What's up, guys? I'm here with Fanatic Mike Ross, Filipino champ, Clockwork, Jago Flow, Justin Long, the Scan, Combo Fiend.
Just ask Wilker. 3 months or 6 months, you can have your rematch.
We gave people 5-1 odds, but nobody would want to take it. I think this match is a fucking intermission, but I don't think it's ever fought a Dormammu in my level right now.
You beat a famous person. Congratulations, motherfucker. Hold that.
All he wants to do is shoot. Watch out for that.
It's a perfect and 4-2 for Justin. Oh! Picked him up.
X-Factor Ouroboros, here we go.
Don't count the wall out yet. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Technology, baby.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Are you guys entertained?
Cross counter.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time to bring on one of the most entertaining guys in the world. He's one of the hardest men working out, doing videos for your guys' entertainment. You guys all know him as Nicolas Cage, so please welcome our best friend, Maximilian, to the show.
Thanks for coming down. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming, sir.
So I broke loose from the ropes and the duffel bag you guys had me in.
Very good.
And I'm finally able to breathe and be on the show.
Excellent.
It's so weird being here after watching you guys for what feels like a long time now.
Well, thanks for coming
Even
down.
in this like crazy studio, it
Yeah.
seems like I've been watching the show for a long time.
That's good. You
Thank
have
you.
been.
I have been.
You've been watching it for years. Well, thank you for coming down. Now, earlier we were all sitting around playing some cross Tekken.
Some video games.
Video game.
I'm sorry.
This guy, you guys never take your eyes and ears off this man. Anyways, but Max, you know, a lot of people want to know a little bit more about you and the origin, right? Because I always say that everybody has, you know, an origin story, right?
Oh,
You say that too.
The best. Everybody with pull and a presence in
Yes.
this community has a very interesting origin story.
So I was birthed out of magma.
Yes, there we go.
Yes. I'm sorry, no. So I am, unfortunately, not the bearer of an amazing origin story. I am a dude who makes videos on the YouTubes.
You could almost say you are a Maximilian dude. He likes that one. Okay, go ahead.
A dude who loved fighting games for the majority of my life, and so many memories attached to me being a kid and growing up and playing fighting games and watching guys like Ryan playing Third Strike at Family Fun on videos before YouTube were around. And hearing guys
Shout out
like
to MPEG and WMD.
AVI
Secret
file that's
FTP.
800 megs.
Exactly.
And dudes like Dr. Sub-Zero, you know, providing amazing commentary years before commentary and video games even were like a thing. And eventually I kind of felt all that hype and all that energy, and what kind of started everything, and I'd say the birth of the stuff that I did on YouTube and the stuff I eventually made was the decade of hype for Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and it was a little combo video I did when I had the game a little bit of time before it was out, and I wanted to make just a video that emphasized the excitement of the past 10 years that was Marvel 2. I wasn't a pro tournament player by any means, but I'd been around the game and I'd soaked it up, and you feel that this game is insane, man. And I tried to communicate that in a little combo video with a bunch of 80s stellar music to go with it.
I remember the video.
And it got a pretty good response, and that kind of motivated me. For the little bit of knowledge I had for Marvel before it was out, I wanted to provide some content for folks, and the Online Warrior was birthed from that, and then Assist Me was birthed from that, and me with this crazy idea of a character from the game busting down my door and joining me in online or other adventures. That's pretty much the origin of the whole thing.
Now, you get a little techie with some of the stuff. How long does it take? Because I know people on the internet, when they see you put out an Assist Me video, they demand another one. Right. Preferably the same day.
Yeah. But you could tell us, you know, I think the three of us here have a very strong production background, so we can get a little inside baseball here.
It can be pretty labor intensive when, I'll just break it down. When you do something like Assist Me, you have a day of shooting, or multiple days of shooting. I like to do this on a weekend because we have friends. A lot of my production team is friends, and we get each other together, plan out a day where everyone isn't working or going to school, and we shoot an episode, or 2 episodes, which they usually end up being. So that takes roughly 12 to 16 hours each day. And we're up pretty late, so it's like, get up, we gotta go to the next one. And then most of everyone else's job ends on that day, and then my job begins. Because I now have the footage, and I have to start breaking down like a character. And in Assist Me, I do like, you know, Deadpool, Wesker, some characters I've used before, and some characters I actually have to call out for the community to help. Like X23 was a good example. I went straight to shoryuken.com forums, and I found some really helpful guys that were able to provide some videos and tips, and I put all their names in the credits because they helped me out a ton. And it was more important that I can get the person to play X23 on that time than me knowing the character. So they really pulled through. But from that point on, I think I did the same thing with Jill. But this is all resources that had to go into the time. So right after that, it's all about sound mixing, audio balancing, Dr. Doom voiceover, other character voiceover, special effects. So dumb. Oh, but special effects.
No, special effects make it though.
I want Wesker to teleport. So bad. And all that stuff, if you like combine earlier episodes, I'd say each episode of like Wesker, Assist Me, about 30, 35 hours.
Wow.
Just in post.
That is way more time than like I've ever spent on anything in our lives.
It's rough. And it's mostly because it was I was learning. I'm not a filmmaker by any means, and I was just a guy who wanted to kind of maybe tell a story and play a video game.
Could have fooled me, Mr. Million.
Got lucky is what it was.
So I mean, you know, you have a knack for getting or for learning games either before they come out or right when they come out. Can you talk a little bit about the way that you approach learning games? Because like me personally, a game comes out and I don't know. I know there's got to be a better way to learn it than I have to do it.
I don't know. It's been that way with a lot of games outside of like fighting games, with shooters like Call of Duties and racing games and a lot of other competitive style stuff where I try to find like, okay, what was the person who designed this going for? And that's where I try to like get right in, and it's like, oh, well, I see that if Kazuya can do this spin kick low, I can tag in Ken and jump in high to hit him overhead. I wonder if that's intentional, you know, stuff like that. And it kind of just comes when you just start grinding. Early grinding is rough because nobody knows anything. Right. And when you're at something like E3, which we were last year, and Street Fighter Cross Tekken was new, I started quickly understanding what does damage.
Yes.
What doesn't do damage? I'm not going to do that anymore. And it's kind of just taking away all the other, like the crap. And just wipe that off, and we'll see what we got, what's left. And I don't know, I kind of just do it naturally. It might be a gift. It's a pretty crappy gift. I'm good at video games.
Shout out some video games.
But yeah, it just happens that way. And if I get the opportunity to share that with some people, to like, you know, build some hype, like I found this in this game, it's awesome, check it out, I'm gonna build a combo video off of it. So that's pretty much my excuse for that.
So yeah, I mean, there's a new video game that we were playing. A new video game!
I'm sorry, yo, Max kills me. Okay, I'm sorry. Video games, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter Cross Tekken is coming out. You know, we played it a little bit earlier, and you seem to have already had a very solid knowledge of some of the characters, like Kazuya.
And I think it's because I've been using them. Like if anything, I'm like a one character wonder. Like I'll stick with Ken through Street Fighter 4. I don't care if he's garbage. And even though I don't keep up with the games, I'll just stay with the character. And I stuck with Ken and Kazuya in Cross Tekken and learned some of that technology early at E3. And some of it applies now, but some of it is changed a lot because the game has changed a lot over the past few builds. But yes, the time I've had with the game, it was taking that same approach. Go to see what does damage, what's effective, what looks cool. That's always important.
Style points.
Early on, style points is so important to make a game like look awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a few characters I like. Ken, Kazuya is, I think, amazing. I think Kazuya is one of the most fun characters in the game because if we want to get more into a little bit more into Street Fighter Cross Tekken, a lot of the Tekken guys in that game are insane. Like you haven't used a character like that in any Street Fighter game before, and they've really done a pretty good job in making them unique.
This game is so good because I'm sorry,
Nobody believes you when you say that.
I'm a fan of the game. Yeah, everybody they say, yeah, you're trolling, you're lying. Or
I mean,
the obvious one. Okay.
Yeah, when I'm talking to you about it, I keep saying this game's footsie heavy.
Yeah.
Really footsie heavy. And I'll admit, like, I liked Third Strike because it kind of gave me an excuse not to be footsie heavy, and later Third Strike is very footsie heavy. But when it comes down to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it's more so than Street Fighter 4.
Yes.
And I'm not good at footsies. Like, it was one of the things, like, my bread and butter stuff worked in 4, and then eventually you had to, like, learn the game.
Oh, heaven forbid that.
And, no, it's serious. And Street Fighter Cross Tekken's kind of integrating that. It's really taking the fundamentals of Street Fighter, of what it was back in the day, and throwing some mix-ups in there because you can dodge fireballs with Tekken characters. So who knows what's going to happen? But it feels very footsie heavy at the start.
Absolutely.
You love that. You love that.
You know, I mean, like I said, I can say it all day, and people are just gonna say, "Oh, they're shoving money down my pockets to say that."
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that.
Yo, I got cash. Yo, you see that? Straight out of low cash. Okay. But yes, we want to talk to you a little bit about some of the stuff that you're also doing, some of the work that you created. But can we take a break right now?
Let's take a quick break.
We got to take a break before we delve into the world of Maximilian.
All right.
So sit tight. Be right back.
Cross counter.